means no worries for the rest of your days. It's a problem-free philosophy. Say it with me. Hakuna Matata. Yes, it is Friday, January 22nd, 2021. That's a lot of twos. That's a lot of angel energy. Today is the day of love. The ruling chakra is the heart, or the throat chakra, excuse me, and the ruling planet is Jupiter. Venus, what am I thinking? I'm so caught up in this reading, you guys, because you don't... Wait till you hear the story, because basically today's reading is a story. It is the craziest thing that's gone on, all about the subject of love. And by the way, if you're just joining us, I'm Bernadette, and I'm here with your pick a card tarot reading on this crazy day of love and happiness and expansion and things you're going to give birth to. It's just, it's kooky. So let's start off with this. Oh, I probably need to show you, y'all. I probably need to show you the card of the spirit. You see my face getting red. The card of the spirit animal that came for y'all today. So it's the Two of Cups. It's the Warthog, right? And so, you know, listen, the Two of Cups, the traditional Rider-Waite meaning, it's about perfect pairings and divine relationships of all kinds. And, you know, the Warthogs wanted to be the Two of Cups because, you know, you got to love somebody, warts and all, if you're really going to love them. And pigs at large are just, oh my gosh, you guys, if you've never been around pigs, they're the sweetest, kindest, dearest animals. It's just, oh my gosh. And so what makes this crazy, okay, not only did the Two of Cups, a major love card, come out on a Friday, which is the day of love, you know, again, with the ruling planet of Venus, and, you know, all that that denotes about the subject of love. So I got to tell you a story. And it's given this week, again, we don't use the, you know, the P word, and we don't talk about certain things on my channel. There are other places that you can do that, but this is a big week for the world, y'all. It was. It still is. And you can knock me over with a feather to see the Warthog's Two of Cups come up on this Friday, the day of love, which, oh, by the way, is the 22nd of 2021. That's just too obvious. Like, it's just too, like, she planned that. She made it up. Scout's honor. And I was a Girl Scout for real. I got all my badges and everything. Nobody can sell Girl Scout cookies like I can sell Girl Scout cookies, just so you know, if your troop ever needs help. So, a couple days ago, I get a call from a gal who wants to book a reading. Okay. I've never worked with her before. And so I was like, well, can you know, tell me what you want? Is it tarot? Is it spirit animals? Is it psychic? Is it mediumship? And she says, well, what's the one where you talk to people on the other side? I said, that's mediumship. So I said, it's all kind of the same for me. So she said, that's it. She said, I really have to get a hold of somebody on the other side. And I said, okay. And I started to go into my, just before you book the reading, please understand, I cannot promise or guarantee you you're going to hear. And I didn't even get that out of my mouth. And all I could see was this giant, beautiful baker's crock, like one of those old-timey, heavy stoneware, but the glaze on it was beautiful. And I never saw a dough that looked like this. Now, you know, listen, it's not like I go investigating doughs around the world, right? Okay. But I just, in my psychic mind, I couldn't stop looking at the dough. It was glistening, and it was this beautiful, creamy, elegant, whitey, almost iridescent kind of color. And I said, well, could you stay on the phone with me for just 1 second? She said, sure. So I said, this person you want to hear from, I said, did they have a thing, or do you have a thing about baking in particular, but things that are made with dough, pie crusts, breads, you know, that kind of thing? I said, and I showed her what I saw, and she said, well, she says, it doesn't immediately strike a thing. And I said, well, if you give me some latitude here, I said, I'm 100,000% sure this is for you. So I walked through a couple of other different scenarios. I said, okay, maybe what I'm getting is too specific. Let's broaden it out. How about baking at large? The person you want to hear from. And I said, but I feel like it's a male energy. She said it is. And I said, well, and then she started to tell me, and I was like, don't tell me anything, don't tell me anything, don't tell me anything, because that's how they, you know, your clients can know, and you can rest in your own your own ethics to know that it's a pure reading if you don't know anything about the situation, the person, the whatever. So we got another minute or two, and she goes, well, she said, could it be about, and then she stopped and she goes, well, could it be about I'm baking a baby? I was like, what does that mean exactly? And then I heard this laughter, it was like this guffaw. Whoa, like a knee slapper kind of person, right? And then I saw the words bun in the oven. I said, you're pregnant. She said, yes, I am. And I said, oh my gosh. And then the floodgates opened. And I was like, well, just stay on the phone with me for a minute. So anyway, bottom line was this. She just the day after she was making this appointment, she had an appointment to go get tested, get the baby tested for things that, because of different circumstances or whatever, that there might be a small chance, or might be a chance that there could be some things medically, maybe not right with the baby. So I said, well, listen, I said, again, this is not an exact science. I want to be 100% accurate 100% of the time. And I said, but that's not possible. It is possible. I haven't gotten there yet. I don't know any psychic medium, shamanic journey or whatever that has gotten there yet. But I said, I feel very confident because I confirmed some other things about her dad and his crazy sense of humor and whatever. And I'm like, well, no wonder he showed it to me like that, right? But that was his way of telling his daughter it was going to be great. There was a healthy baby, because I kept using the word, it's the healthiest dough I've ever seen. And I don't even know how a dough can be healthy, but it's I said, the only thing that I can think of is my sister, she's a baker, and she's so proud of her yeast. My God, my sister is so proud of her yeast culture. And the only thing I can think of is it's a healthy bread, or it's a healthy this. And that's when she told me about the things medically that they were going to be tested for. So then, like literally the next day, I had another reading with a client that's been with me for a number of years. And I went, you're pregnant. Yes, she is. So that's 2. Today is the 22nd. Listen, these readings are not about me, okay, right? But my agreement with spirit, with the animal spirit guides, the angels, et al., as I always say, is that whatever is going to happen for me in the metaphysical world, that it's a flow that will help me to help you all and anybody else that I come in contact with in that metaphysical flow, in that spiritual flow. So today's reading is, listen, the 2 of Cups it's an emotional card. It's cups, it's the water element, and it speaks very deeply of divine love. But I'm being told that that's the divine love that's inside of you for today, that you can give out to others. And I am being told to address very briefly, to give an overall message of the things, the global events of the week. I'll leave it like that. And that is this. When the Revolutionary War was going on, the British, General Cornwallis, as a matter of fact, was very clear that he wanted his people in the army, in the troops, to treat the Americans as best they could during wartime. Because, and wisely he said, because when this war is over, we're going to have to do business with them anyway. You don't think business is going to stop because of a war, do you? And so, for those that have had fusses and fights and differences of opinion, it's time to have a new baby together. It's time to breathe new life, new sacred life, and together, because we're still living in this world together. We're going to still be living in this world together. And, it will have to start with you, because there are so many other people that the divine love will not flow from, and it will not start with them. What do you care if it starts with you, as long as it starts, right? So that said, that was like, Spirit wanted me to say that much about that and move immediately on, because one of the bigger things, again, the pregnancy, that the having a baby, the having a healthy baby. I don't know what this is you guys are doing. You may have been at your job for 30 years. You may be getting ready to retire. Oh, that's not true. Wait, hold on. That's two, but you know what? It actually was the divine triad this week about children. Now about pregnancy and no, that could be pregnancy. So there were 3 big baby readings this week. And one of them was just the most delightful, etheric, the light that shines from this person. And this person has an emotional thing around the subject of children. That's all I'll say. So there's the divine triad. There are 2 that were specifically about babies. And there's just so much swirling around, that the next thing that Spirit is putting in my psychic mind is the vision of how warthogs dig for food. Now, I'm sure some of them just stand right up and dig like that, but mostly they go down on their front legs and they go down on their knees and they bow their heads and then they dig and then they dig. Probably not quite as elegantly as that because, you know, I'm elegant when I dig. I'm a digging superstar. So it's there's a call to prayer, a call to there it is. Okay. All right. There we go. I keep asking Spirit. I'm like, can you just cut to the chase? Okay. We are all children, and the womb that we live in is Mother Gaia, and we're all in here together, and we're all twin souls, right? We're all soulmates. People I'll never know, people you'll never know, people you'll never meet, people, okay, here, you may not meet them here, but you've met them there, right? And we're all a part of each other. So as you get ready to have whatever your baby is, you might retire, you might be thinking about starting a business, you might want a, hi Calico, that's my hateful cat Calico. Oh, she's sassy. I'll just leave it at that. All Calico cats are, but she's like the queen of it. She's like the empress of it. As you dream whatever this dream is, know that if there's enough love output from you and you let enough love in, it's going to happen like that. So be very diligent on this day. What comes out of your throat chakra, very diligent. And I feel like this is going to span the weekend. I don't know why, but I feel like this is a great thinking and talking weekend for many of you. Lots of shared ideas, lots of shared stories, lots of shared just time with people that matter to you or that you're interested in. Be very, notice I'm not using the word careful. I'm being told to use the word vigilant and aware and just what comes out of your throat chakra, because you have the heightened power at this moment to really give birth, to get pregnant with, to give birth to gestate, some very powerful things. So I hope that was helpful. You guys are just, thank you for being my brothers and sisters in the big old womb that we live in. And I just, you know, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and just everything that you do today and through the weekend, please just do it with the language of love. Let that be your love language this weekend. Hakuna Matata your face off. And as always, stay wild.